Guys, are you seeing what I'm seeing? This is unbelievable. AMC stock is up over 20% right now, and the crazier part is earlier it was up over, get ready for this, 30%. I think 32% at one point was how much it was up, which is insane. So in this video, we're going to break down AMC, we're going to take a look at the chart, and we're going to talk about the S&P 500 and the overall markets later in the video. So if y'all find value, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the best stock market channel on YouTube, and don't forget to get up to 17 stocks for Moomoo and up to 12 stocks from Webull. It's free money, guys. Check the link down below or go to the link in my bio. And with that being said, let's get into this. This is unbelievable. So AMC stock closed at about $6, $6.20 on Friday, I believe, roughly, right? Yeah, $6.18 maybe to be exact, and it went all the way up to almost $8.20 at the peak here, which was a move. Let me show you this again. 32% roughly. Yeah, 33, almost 33%. And you can see here, if I pull back the layers a bit on the 4-hour chart, and we talked about this, guys, which is why you got to subscribe if you haven't done so already. We talked about the head and shoulders that was playing out. You guys remember that? We have the left shoulder right here, the head, the right shoulder, which we were struggling under that, neckline at about 650. We struggled at that point pretty much all last week. And lo and behold, today, guys, right before the earnings, which I think earnings are tomorrow. Let me double check that. Let's see here. Earnings are on the 28th. Yeah, that's tomorrow. So right before earnings, we're getting that massive squeeze out of the neckline. So essentially the head and shoulders is out of the window at this point. We broke the neckline. We not only filled the gap to 730, which was the head of the head and shoulders, that was the high from the beginning of this month, but we broke out of that and we filled the gap all the way up to $8.20, which we also had that outlined in my last video. Let me show you guys this. We can see 820 roughly. That was the high from the middle of November, and that also was the high roughly in the beginning of December. So yeah, look at that. Technical analysis is not BS, guys. We literally hit 820 on the dot, got rejected. Now we're back to 750. So essentially what we're seeing here, guys, is a stock that got pretty overbought, and AMC is one that could get very overbought and not pull back because, I mean, with the way it trades, it could short. It could short squeeze. It could squeeze up a bunch and not pull back for days on end at some points. But at this point, we are seeing a little bit of a pullback. We got a little overbought at 820. We hit that resistance, got rejected for now, and now we're pulling back to 730, which again is the head of the head and shoulders. And look at this. If we pull up the 20-day chart now, look at this. I pulled up the 20-day chart. What we're noticing is buyers are coming back at 730 to push this thing now towards the mid-sevens. And who knows, maybe later today, maybe at some point tomorrow, we make that move to the $8.20 range again. Maybe we even break out of that. And to show you guys the intraday chart again, look at this. This is exactly where we got buying pressure about 40 minutes ago, right at about 3 p.m. on the East Coast. Right now, it's about 3:40. We have 20 minutes left in the day, right around $7.30. You guys see it here for yourselves. We filled the gap to 820. Pulled down to 730. Buyers came in like clockwork. Now we're fighting to maybe fill that gap back to $8.20. This is insane. This is the type of move that we are accustomed to seeing here with AMC. And if this thing were able to take out $8.20, $8.30, if it could do that maybe later today, which is maybe unlikely considering it's almost the end of the day, but with AMC, I mean, who knows what could happen. But if we take $8.20 out or $8.30 out maybe later this week at some point, the next gap to fill would be right around where could this go? Maybe $9.20, $9.10, $9.15. That's where it was in the beginning of December. And if that were to break, which is where my other alert's at, $9.15, then we can get a legitimate move back to the 10s, and who knows where it could go from that point. You can see back in the middle of September, AMC stock was at about $10, $11. You can see it right here. Right in the mid-10s. That's where it got rejected and went all the way back down to $3. Well, if 8.15 breaks, 9.15 breaks, guys, we could be going right back to that level from the middle of September, which is right around 10, 10, 11 bucks, right? So AMC is really starting to take off right now. And a lot of stocks are doing pretty well today, guys. We have Tesla up 5%. Live Nation, LYV, right? That's Live Nation. Yeah, Live Nation's up about 4%. We have other stocks like Netflix that we called out earlier. If I pull it up, you'll see it. We're seeing buyers coming in on Netflix. My alert's at 335. Let's see if we can break out of that point. SoFi is also up on the day. You guys are seeing, a decent 1% move. Really, that's not much for SoFi, but we're starting to see a little bit of buying coming in right around, 620, 630. That's a big spot here for the bulls, right around the 180 SMA. This is going to be a big moment of truth for the bulls. If they can get above, let's say, this downtrend on the 20-day chart, which you all can see, we're still in the downtrend, but if we could break out of, let's say, 670 into the sevens, that's where we could start to get another big move on SoFi. And when it comes to the overall markets, the S&P 500, let's pull that up. In terms of SPY here, guys, which you probably know is an ETF, the most popular, arguably, ETF that tracks the S&P 500. You can see it's up a little bit. The markets in general today, guys, are up all across the board. Earlier, they were up even more, though. That's the crazy part. So we've been declining all day. You can see the intraday on the S&P 500 on SPY here. We hit 401 earlier. Now we're at 396. This thing is down about 1% intraday, so keep that in mind. And that's not the best sign, considering here on the intraday, we've put in lower highs, lower lows. We've been doing that all day. And now we're actually falling under the high from Friday. You can see the high from Friday on SPY was right about 397. We're starting to fall under that point. That's not the best sign for the bulls. And pulling up the 20-day chart, let me show you guys this. The 20-day is showing, well, look at this. We got rejected at a lower high at 401 compared to the previous high, which was at 402. So what is that? That's a lower high being made. The downtrend's continuing. We're under the 180 SMA. We got rejected by that point here on the hourly chart right around 403. This is not the best sign for the bulls. The fact that we hit a lower high, now we're dumping into the close. The next step is, well, we might take the lows out from Friday, which were right about 393 bucks. 393.60. Guys, we're about $3.50 away from that. We're a stone's throw away from that low. So by the looks of it, bears are 100% in charge right now. Looks like they want to take that low out or at least test it. And if we do fall under 393 on SPY, let's pull the 4-hour up. Where could this be going? That's the million-dollar question. Well, let me show you guys. We'll see the right shoulder and the head and shoulders really start to complete if we took out 393. And where could it complete to? Well, we have 392 initially, which that probably be where it goes. Then after that, 387, that was the low from the beginning of January, middle of January, and that was also the high all throughout the end of December into the early days of January. So from 393, this could go down to 387. Then if that were to break, we have a wide open gap down to the mid 370s, 375, 376. That's where the right shoulder could really complete. And that'd be an interesting spot, because 375 was that low from the end of, 2022. Do we take that out? Do we see a rally off that point? Because let me tell you this, guys, if SPY breaks under 375, we have a long ways to go down, technically speaking. It could start going down to the low for all we know, which you guys remember, maybe not. I'll tell you right now, the low from back in October was 350. That's where it could be going, guys. Maybe 350, 355, 360. So keep that in mind on the S&P 500 here. And pretty much the same thing applies to triple Q. It looks like it is on the verge of falling under 290. If it does, we have some wide open gaps, guys, to 285. This could start going 277, 275, so keep that in mind on, triple Q and the S&P 500. It could be setting up for a drop here, and let's see AMC here heading into the close. Probably nothing really has changed, but AMC, man, this is crazy. I told you guys this could really start to move, and let's see if GameStop's moving. It's actually not. It's not moving. In fact, we have a head and shoulders on GameStop that's not breaking out or playing out like we saw with AMC, where AMC took out the neckline. GameStop's actually failing at the neckline. You guys probably can see that right here. So I'm going to wrap up the video right here, guys. Quick little video today. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Don't forget to get up to 17 stocks from Moomoo. It's free money, linked in the bio. At least you got to deposit, I think, at least $100, and you can see all the details on that link from Moomoo. You could also get up to 12 stocks from Webull. And if you want to join the Patreon, be a part of the Patreon community, That's also in the bio as well, guys. No pressure, but just realize all those links do help out the channel. I appreciate you guys as always. And with that being said, I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.